three. Leans in. And hit.
Oh, it looked like he got fouled as well. No call. 1/10 of a second on the clock, baby.
Allen for three. Come on.
Oh, baby. Wow. His first three of the night. How about that?
Need a score to win the game. In the James. Back to Bosch for the win.
Oh, it was off.
Here's Wade.
No, that's not going to make it.
And the Pacers get the win. Dwayne Wade had 9 first-half points, Quinn. He never scored again.
He's got it. He lays it up. He wins the game. He ties the game. He tied the game. We're going to overtime. Dwayne Wade caught it, laid it up, tied the game at 95. Wade gets the pass screen and attacks. Got fouled. Got the score. Heat up three.
Rivalry. They know us, we know them. We may not like each other, but there's always respect. We both want the same thing, but only one of us is going to come away a winner.
There's something about that jersey, those fans, and even those colors that just makes the matchup more meaningful.
Every time you step on the floor, you want to win. We're competitive.
But these are the games. But these are the ones you just hate to lose. These are the games you circle on your calendar and say, not tonight, not to them. These are the kind of games we live for.
Yeah, for many of you in South Florida, it was a back-to-work day. That includes the Miami Heat, fresh off an impressive road win in Washington last night. The Heat back in Miami to take on a team that's already beaten them twice in Indiana. We welcome you, whether it's by motor coach or television inside the American Airlines Arena. Heat and Pacers Part 3. We hope you enjoy every bounce and basket of Miami Heat basketball on Fox Sports Sun. And welcome, everybody, to the American Airlines Arena and another edition of Monday Night Basketball.
Greasy handlebar mustache. Very nice. The lights were out early. 26 minutes before the lights were on. Teams had to go back to the locker room, came back out, another 5-minute workout. Actually, the term for the lighting tonight, hockey lights. Oh, yeah? Yeah, because couldn't get the full thing. We reset. We've been here another half hour, baby. Solid executive decision-making. First quarter. CJ Meyer. Man, oh, man.
3-point game going early, putting Miami down on their heels.
More three. That time, Paul George getting done. And then the Cleveland Clinic team play of the game. Come on.
With the left hand. Look at this. Oh, the presence to know he had the rim behind him. You know, usually the momentum just carries you past the basket there. Wade able to hold it in the air and press his play.
He's spinning and spinning and spinning. Did you like the tweet? I sent that one to you, by the way, right in the middle of the game. Indiana by 10, though. Second quarter, Bosch. That's a tough little hook layup situation. He had 13 at the half. And then how about Wade looking for stat? AMAR'E, hello. 2 hands on that one. You want to look at it again?
Oh, sure.
There you go. Stat still got it. Now, Tyler looking for Dragic. Trifecta, you betcha. Dragic hit 4 of 6 before the halftime break with Monte Ellis. Not playing. Built a nice big house outside of downtown Indianapolis. Big old thing with a lake, do some fishing and whatnot. That's real money right there. 47-44 Indiana. Let's go to the third. Paul George, thick and cash. Off the steal, ripping it. He had 32. And then it's D-Wade time, John Crowder.
Yeah, I love the way he went to work here. Look at this spin, beats George, and then challenges the big man, takes the hit, and is still able to finish on Mahinmi there.
I'm going to put him in traffic. Still getting it done. He had 27 in the contest. Big stuff. Paul George, though, keeping it nip and tuck. He's going to use one hand, and that's enough. Mercy.
He playing him so hard out beyond the three-point line, was able to get all the way on top of that basket.
Indy still up going to the fourth quarter and staying there. Man, oh man, 89-88, though. It's nip and tuck. So here we go. Dragic to Bosch. He hadn't had a good time from there till then. Now, Indiana, what do you have? Mahinmi, the pick. Ellis, the pull-up. 1-point game back toward Indy. Now, Bosch, This is not exactly what you wanted.
That is not what they drew up right there. But, you know, just enough here to get Wade. Look at this call at the end of the game. He quickly catches and finishes, has a step right there on his man, and is able to get all the way to the basket with the left hand. Great play drawn up by Coach Spo, but then the execution, fantastic.
The All My Sons key move of the game. Knotted up in 95. We're here. Let's keep playing basketball. Tyler Johnson. Get that rock from Wade. Listen, schwackums. Did you hear it?
I did.
Did you hear it? I love when the net makes that noise. Let's keep it rolling. D. Wade weaving. Which hand, John? Which hand?
Oh, the left. Go ahead and look at your hand right there.
Come on, and one basketball. It's like it's not a part of him.
Right to left crossover. He loves that stepping back. This time goes all the way to the basket to finish. He looks so athletic on a back-to-back here, Jax. Love the way Wade played and closed.
George with a chance to tie it up. Nope. But you know who's ready? The bus driver. Bus driver, come get the pacer. Don't hurt that man. He's going to need a wristband later. Let's get him to the store. John, I mean, listen, this isn't pretty, okay? But this is a game that was really fun. Really fun to watch. You almost forget, with all due respect, that Hassan Whiteside was not available in this one after hurting his knee last night. Not quite sure when it happened in the second half. Had some swelling last night, but then very difficult situation with it today.
Get even more shots than he's been getting. He is so good in terms of putting pressure on the defense because he can stretch you out, make shots outside or go inside, and he did that effectively. Look at him off the dribble here. He winds up finishing with a season-high 31 points, went 8 of 20, but how about getting to the free throw line 16 times, Jax, 13 of 16. That means he was effective going inside and mixing it up, drawing the contact. Look at this play right here. He recognized that he had a height advantage, was able to knock that down, but you know, he has made some big shots, made 2 threes. It's like the 9th game in a row that he's made at least 2 3-point shots to show his versatility. But let's not forget about this guy either. Number 3. This play right here, whoa, Wade of old in terms of the athleticism, the momentum not carrying him too far, able to finish it. His job, I thought, in the third quarter, after a pretty tough start in the first half, he went 2 for 7 at 6 points. Third quarter, he exploded at 13, helped the Heat get back in it after falling down again, and then 6 important points in the fourth quarter. He and Bosch were the go-to guys, the captains, leading by example.
I am stunned, shocked, and amazed that you did not note that that dunk was left-handed. Both of those late layups were left-handed.
I noticed.
Dwayne Wade teaching the young people, if you're right-hand dominant, baby, you better work on your left. There's a future.
Mix it up. They'll take away your strong hand. You got to be able to go the opposite way, and Wade certainly can do that.
27 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Back to Chris Bosh. That is a big man, grown, put me in the All-Star game as a starter, double-double. Right.
Very even-keeled. He's tough enough mentally to be able to take the hits and not get discouraged. The blocks he's made in the last couple of games have been very impressive. They show his athleticism, but what's interesting to me is he is a tough, physical, positional defender. You cannot get around him. Look how he makes Paul George work for everything. That is as good as you can play. He contests, he blocks him out, and again, he's making Paul work so hard for everything. Look again how he stays between him and the basket. That's how you play defense. Then you get your hand up. You don't see him picking up cheap fouls. He gets good help there by Chris Bosh on the high pick and roll. Look at him, making him work it again. And he stays in the play. He stays back in the play. He never gives up, even if the guy gets a half a step on him. And at the end of the night, you're just exhausted, and you don't want to see Justice Winslow for another month because he just knows how to stay and make it tough for you. Paul George is as tough as it gets in terms of making those types of shots. The shots that George did make, again, Winslow was in position a lot of times. He was just making very difficult plays. We see some of the other things he did, too. The rebounding, again, that's completing defensive possessions. He's going up and getting tough boards in traffic, taking the physical hits, the blocks, and the minutes on the bottom, to me, is very interesting because that just shows pure confidence that his coach, Spoelstra, has in him.
If you are going to play an overtime game after back-to-back, you might as well win it at home. So much to get to in this one, so much happened. First of all, let's talk about that last play to get this game to overtime. First things first, Chris Bosh gave you a 31-point night, if not a little bit more. But those two screens he gave you to get to the basket, were those huge?
Oh, big. You know, we played that game. And at that time, it's me, him, or Goran. You know, whoever's running that pick and roll, Chris is a great target, you know, to have. And, you know, the defense sometimes cheats to him, and you have to read it. And I was able to get to the paint a few times and make a couple of things happen.
Did you know at the end of regulation that you were going to go and go right to the rim?
Yeah, I said I was going to the basket. I told everybody I was going to basket, and if they would have collapsed and I had enough time, I would have kicked it for a three. But I had a lane, and, you know, I didn't want to settle for a jump shot. You know, I wanted to be aggressive and take it all away, and I got a good lane and was able to make a nice little finger roll there.
Looked like a playoff finish, I remember, once against the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
The defense you all played on these inbounds at the end, obviously with you kind of freelancing and being able to make a decision on where you wanted to impact with intensity, what was critical there?
Well, Paul George was Paul George tonight. Making big shots. They was going to him down the stretch. So, you know, I got to give Winslow and Lou credit for just putting their bodies on them all night and wearing them out a little bit. It allowed me to be off the ball and do what I do best, is kind of, you know, mess things up. But, you know, our bigs did a great job of, you know, being there and trying to make the shots tough. They made some big shots tonight. This was a great Eastern Conference basketball game. It felt like a playoff game. So I'm glad we found a way to pull it out.
For the 7th time this year, you guys have come back from down double digits.
Yeah.
I asked you last night if you like the way you are playing now.
Yes.
The most, maybe even more than when you're winning more consecutive games. What is it about that you're seeing that's forming now?
It's a trust factor, you know. Especially when you get down big in games, you're able to come back. You gotta have trust in each other. So we're finally getting that trust that we've been talking about. We're getting our rotations down, which it took a little while to do. And we got that confidence that, you know, we are a good team. And, you know, no matter what the game is, whether we're on the road or at home, we keep fighting. And whether it's back-to-backs, whether it's 4 and 5 nights, we've proven that we can play and we can fight. So that's good, you know, for this young team to see.
Dwayne, thank you for keeping it dynamic on a Monday.
Did I put the Dwayne Wade playing back-to-backs to rest yet? Is that to rest?
No more questions.
Put it to sleep.
He's gone. You have been instructed. No more back-to-back dialogue. Let number 3 walk down that hallway. Proud and prancing even a little bit. 103-100 the final, and a couple of reasons how it happened. Oh, no, you can get it on the good foot, D. Don't worry. First of all, to end regulation, mindset in place, decision already made, and to overtime you go. And then to define the victory in overtime, just a 3-point margin. This, my friends, was critical. In all, 27 from Dwayne Wade, just enough to settle the issue in overtime. More to come, stay right there. Up here in the Heat's house with the Knicks in town. Once again, our final score, 103-100. If you'd like to catch tonight's game again, get yourself a little time, then tune in at midnight or tomorrow at noon as we replay all of tonight's action presented by your South Florida Honda dealers. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports Sun, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. For Eric Reed, the coach Tony Fiorentino, as well as Christian Hewitt, Ron Rothstein, and television's John Crotty. I'm proud to be Jason Jackson. Good night, South Florida. Here's the final take.
He's got it. He lays it up. He wins the game. He ties the game. He tied the game. We're going to overtime. Dwayne Wade caught it, laid it up, tied the game at 95. Wade gets the Bosh screen and attacks. Got fouled.